Immediately following his defeat at the hands of Rudra, Feldway swiftly instructed Mai, who had been on standby for emergencies, to return to their secure base known as the Heavenly Star Palace. In a fit of humiliation, Feldway's face twisted as he let out a loud scream. Foolish Rudra, what kind of hero are you? You couldn't even protect Veldanava-sama. These were the genuine sentiments of Feldway, his heart seething with anger. He attempted to regain his composure, temporarily setting aside his own defeat to focus on the ongoing war situation. To his astonishment, an unexpected twist of events left him taken aback. Michael-sama, have you completed your task with Demon Lord Rimuru? Feldway communicated directly to Michael through thought, but no response came. Confusion filled his thoughts. The halted time should have been released by now, indicating victory in the battle. An ominous feeling gripped Feldway's heart, and then a message arrived. My wish has been granted. Feldway, I only regret leaving you behind. This was the final thought sent to Feldway by Michael, who was fading away, using his last bit of strength. Michael's power lingered within Feldway, yet his consciousness was gone, a confirmation of Michael's demise. It can't be. Michael-sama is a parallel existence, isn't he? Regardless of the situation, as long as I'm safe, I should be able to resurrect him. Regrettably, Feldway had to accept that his friend had vanished completely. Why? How did this come to pass? Feldway asked these questions instinctively, but no answers were forthcoming. The astounding event left Feldway in a state of disbelief. Michael's final words echoed in his mind. What did he mean by his wish had been granted? Feldway couldn't grasp it, yet he found some solace in knowing that Michael's passing was devoid of suffering, and that his life held significance. Nevertheless, a pang of jealousy gnawed at Feldway. To be content with oneself and leave him behind. How cunning, he thought. Feldway felt isolated. As the leader of the 7 primordial angels, the weight of leadership and all decisions rested solely on his shoulders. Without Veldanava, the pressure was inescapable. To everyone's dismay, Feldway remained at the forefront as the leader. Unavoidably, Feldway, who made decisions unilaterally, grew out of sync with his comrades. His fault lay in his disregard for their perspectives. This accumulation led to disharmony, and imperceptibly, Feldway lost his grip on the group's unity. Consequently, the group's cohesion eroded. Whether it was a fortunate or unfortunate circumstance, Feldway remained oblivious. Fen, too, was a friend, but Feldway couldn't confide his vulnerabilities to him. No one in the vast world truly comprehended Feldway's heartache. Then came Michael. Sharing the same objective and understanding each other, Michael filled the void in Feldway's heart. It was a happiness Feldway had never encountered. Before long, Michael became as significant to Feldway as Veldanava. However, reality proved harsh. The friend he had finally found disappeared, leaving Feldway desolate. What should I do? For the first time, Feldway experienced vulnerability. General, enough sulking. What's our next move? Silence. We've lost contact with Michael-sama. Now is not the time for you. What? So that Michael guy, despite all his bravado, ended up losing. How pathetic. I told you to be quiet. Feldway yelled, then launched a fierce attack against Vega. Ugh, this guy's something else. The disparity was vast, like comparing heaven and earth. Feldway and Vega were worlds apart in strength, an insurmountable divide. Yet Vega refused to be silenced. Hey, am I wrong? Michael lost because he was weak. In this world, strength reigns supreme. There's no justice or righteousness in death, right? Am I right? Don't you dare speak of Michael-sama in that manner. Feldway's fist struck out, attempting to counter those words. But Vega remained undeterred. What are you blabbering about? You didn't care when that Cornu died, and you showed no concern when I devoured Aurea and Arios, right? Because you agreed with me, didn't you? Am I wrong? Insolent fool. What could you possibly understand? I pursue a higher purpose, and for that, I'm willing to sacrifice anything. Enough, don't be naive. And let's be real, the world is cruel. Having endured a harsh environment, Vega's words carried weight. Feldway involuntarily fell silent, allowing Vega to continue. My boss, Yuuki, tried to resist all that absurdity. In hindsight, I wonder how he managed with so little strength. But I believed in him. I was ready to strike if he showed weakness, yet Yuuki remained cautious. And true to form, he feigned manipulation, didn't he? So what? Yuuki is gone now as well. Yes, indeed. Even Yuuki couldn't prevail. When faced with an insurmountable strength gap, no matter how idealistic or just one is, it's all futile. A world where everyone lives happily ever after is a mirage. Honesty is the only option, right? Honest, you say? Yes, as long as the unwavering truth of might prevailing holds. Standing at the top is the only correct choice. You're strong, General. Even Jahal, who defeated Yuuki, isn't your equal. Velzard is a monster, but you outclass her. And of course, you surpass that Michael guy. Therefore, you're the boss now. No one will dispute that. You're straightforward. Don't flatter me, it's embarrassing. Feldway sighed, not intending his words as praise. But simultaneously, he sensed his grief over losing Michael fading. Perhaps Vega was attempting to console him in his own way. Power, huh? Indeed, there's little to lose in that regard. Agreed. I'll step into Michael Sama's role. I swear to safeguard the throne until Veldanava Sama's restoration. Having made his decision, only action remained. Feldway had long submitted to Michael's leadership. With no reason to conceal his true form any longer, Feldway's full power, previously hidden, was ready to be unleashed. To fully harness the strength Michael bequeathed, Feldway would now integrate with his hidden main body in the other world. It's been a while since I've revealed my true self. Feldway, the first servant crafted by Veldanava, bore a striking resemblance to his creator. In contrast to Veldanava's ebony hair radiating the brilliance of the world's stars, Feldway's locks were a silvery white, akin to a radiant light. His slanted eyes exuded a cool, celestial quality like blue stars, not merely beautiful, but almost divine. All of Michael's amassed powers now belonged to Feldway, managed by Mana's Michael. 4 Angelic Ultimate Skills, excluding Knowledge King Raphael, Covenant King Uriel, and Hope King Sariel, were under his control. The associated powers of these skills also thrived as information. Additionally, the attributes of Velzard and Velgrand, 2 true dragons, had taken on physical form. In terms of might, Feldway had ascended to new heights. Feldway emanated an overwhelming energy, no longer the same as before. Vega, you've stirred me from my slumber. I am grateful. Heh, no biggie. But remember this, my goal remains unwavering. I may follow you now due to the gap in power, but any hint of vulnerability, and I will consume you. I'm relying on you. Feldway smiled, exuding an aura unlike before.